Play the game, win it life, have no shame. There's no time, feel the pain, live the grind. I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb. The only way to win it life. I never miss, that's fact. Taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat. Put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag. Cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel. I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real. But how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do, that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad,
yeah.
Baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious, I'ma go cause some pain, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm back, baby, I'm back. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Put a rock star in the sideline, live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm back. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Doing no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm back, baby, I'm back. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Put a rock star in the sideline, live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm back. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Doing no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm back, baby, I'm back.
What is going on, crypto fam? Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Nightcap. We're doing this every Monday through Thursday, Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're bringing some of the most important market news as well as technical analysis that you can actually use for tomorrow. And we got a lot to talk about today, of course, but Bitcoin is really trickling down to the downside. It's a slow move to the downside, almost consolidation, but we have maintained the range. So that is good news. But that being said, here nor there, we are still working our way down. But a lot of news to talk about here. Elon is all over the place as usual. So there's a couple stories that we're going to hit on with him. Of course, it's not a day without either Elon or the Orange Man. Those dudes always seem to find a way to make it in the news. I am just wondering now if they love the attention. But let's get over the chat because I'm going to say what's up to you guys because this is why we're here. And, you know, it's just part of the stick, man. I love saying what's up to you guys. We've become a little family here, our Crypto Nightcap crew, or the Nightcappers, as Wick's wife Fine 89 calls us. So let's get this going. Jessica, look. He's in here first. What's up, brother? How are you? Username, of course. He's always holding it down. Jay Violet, how are you? Alexander G, the best mod in the house, is in the house. And, of course, the aforementioned Wick's wife, Fine 89, with the Nightcappers. There it is. There it is. I knew it. All right, scrolling down in here, we got K Diggity, no doubt. He's in here. He said, dang, it's a club in here. You know it, man. You know it. I try to keep the tunes flowing, all right? Try to keep you guys happy. You know, give you a little something to jam out to. All right, scrolling down here. Let's keep it going. You guys are just working that chat. Let's go. Heart, my dude, what is up? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Welcome back. Hope all is well. And of course, Trade Intuition's in here. He said, I made it. And what's up to everyone? Bingo, bango, baby. Let it flow in the chat. Let's go. Joe's always doing good things. Marcelo. I'm not even gonna, you know what, Marcelo, you know who you are. I am not gonna butcher that last name, man. I'm not doing it. But he says, sup, man, greetings from San Diego. What is up, dude? What is up? I have definitely spent some time out in San Diego. I was at Camp Pendleton for quite some time. So I was there from 2013 to 2019. So about 6 years down in the old San Diego area. Faux show, man. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. All right, scrolling down here, and then of course we got Wick 589. Let's go. If I missed you, just holler at me in the chat. I'll get to you. Don't you worry. All right, so first thing we're going to look at right now is going to be kind of a short little market update. This is kind of how we're going to flow it out these days. We're going to hit the market update, let you guys know what's going on with the overall market, and then we will get into your guys' probably favorite segment, and that is watching TradeFly lose his money because you like to vote the opposite direction. All right, so here we go. Total market cap is sitting at 3.23 trillion. That is down 2.84%. 24-hour trading volume is at 193 billion. That is down 42.91%. Bitcoin dominance currently sitting at 60.45%. That is an increase of 0.34% over the last day. Fear and greed index is currently sitting at 38, which is fear. Okay, so that being said, I have music still playing in the background. I don't know if you guys have that. I'm going to go ahead and cut that out. I don't know what happened there. It just continued to play in my ears as I'm going through all of that. So A+ for professionalism and keeping it together. All right, let's go ahead and bring up our first segment here. That is going to be the Daily Degen, where we give you the opportunity to lose TradeFly. And here we go. So if you guys are new here, you get the opportunity to vote whether you are going to go long or short. And I just DJ'd in. I DJ'd in. I really don't do a lot of TA on it. I just kind of roll with it. And you know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but that's just kind of what we do. It's a lot of fun. Let's get it going here. I don't have anything pulled up yet. Let me scroll down. You know how I do, man. Something that speaks to my heart. Once it speaks to my heart, I just go ahead and throw it on there and get after it. I'll tell you one thing. I'm not ducking with Duck anymore, and I'm not buying into the hype because both of those got liquidated. So those are two that I am not going to choose. I think we've done fuel before. Let's go ahead and scroll down. Fartcoin. I think we've had success with Fartcoin. I think we have. You know what? Let's get trending in the right direction again. Let's bring up Fartcoin. I think we've had success. I think we have, because you guys, it looks like you are long right now. Looking at Fartcoin, it is oh man, it is not looking good. At least not since yeah, it's just been a downhill death for Fartcoin, it looks like. Oh well, is what it is. You guys want to go long? 62% right now is the vote. Let's go ahead and look at how many people have voted. 13 votes. I need more of you. Come on, hit the vote button, not just the like button. Hit the vote button. Come on, get that going. Get that going. All right, so we're at 62%. I'll give you guys maybe a minute for a couple of you to get some votes in, and let's see what we got. What we got going on in the chat here? Say what's up to you guys. Hold on. Whose birthday? Whose birthday is it? Jesse? Oh, no. K Diggity. Right. K Diggity, what's up, man? Tomorrow's your birthday, huh? Let me see if I can get something on the audio board for you tomorrow. But that being said, if it is your birthday tomorrow, happy birthday. How old, well, I say how old are you going to be? I know people don't like that question, especially in public on a chat and YouTube. They probably... Yeah, not tomorrow. Boo! All right, you guys are just FUD. It's all FUD. FUD in my chat. All right, doesn't look like any more of you are voting. I'm gonna end the poll. You guys are long. We're doing it. We're not gonna think anymore about it. Let's go here. So let's do a 20x tonight, because these 50x's they seem to go pretty quick. We don't even have a chance to come back and look at it at the end of the show. Either it hit or it got liquidated, and we come back and we're just like, oh, all right, well, that was fun. So there we go. We got the 20x in. Let's put, that's not enough, 50 bucks. All right, there you go. So if you guys don't know, like every time I do this, like it's costing me, it does definitely cost me a couple bucks every time I do it. That is faux show. So I'm gonna go ahead and lower that. It's all about the percentages. We're having fun anyways. Let's go. We're going long. Here we go. It's in. The position is in. We are long right now, 20x on Fartcoin. We'll come back. Hopefully this one will still be alive by the end of the show, and we'll take a look at it. All right, enough of that. Let's go over to the news. About to get stopped out, and stopped out. That was quick. Man, you must be in a trade, Joe. Of course, Joe's always trading, man. That man, he is putting it in. He is putting it in. He's doing a great job on the trade show that he does actually here on Piper Academy, and he has his own channel as well, man. So he is doubling it up. My man is staying pretty busy, but he's doing good stuff, man. He does solid analysis. Go show him some love if you got the time. All right, let's go over to the news here, and first up, we got FDIC plans to revise the crypto guidelines and allow banks to engage in crypto activities. This is bullish, and it's so funny because like we would have been yearning for something like this maybe 2 years ago. This would have moved the market in probably like $5,000-$6,000. Not the market, but the Bitcoin, probably like $5,000-$6,000 just based on this news. You would have saw this move the market 2 years ago. So it's wild that all these good news articles are coming out, and you know, it doesn't do anything for the market anymore. And I don't know if maybe that's just a matter of kind of which way the market is trending right now, but it's something for you to think about. This is good. Let's go ahead and move over to the next article, and that is Elon Musk proposes putting the U.S. Treasury on blockchain for full spending transparency. Thank the Lord, baby Jesus. Thank the Lord, baby Jesus. That's what I'm saying. You know what? Audio board. Man, the bad thing about that audio board is it makes me miss FD. It makes me miss FD. All right. That being said, this is good. This is good. I think that a lot of, we'll say, entities will transition to this. I think the DMV, that makes a lot of sense to move it to the blockchain. I just think there's so many use cases for the blockchain. And the biggest thing is not only is there use cases for it, but it provides freaking transparency. Thank the Lord, baby Jesus. That is what we need, is transparency. Especially, we're finding out Doge is ripping into stuff, finding out that we really need this transparency. Okay, we need the government to be like, hey, like, like, you should stop spending $8 million on these crazy parties that are going on down in South America and stuff like that. And I'm not going to say like what it was or how it was going down, but there's some craziness. There is some craziness that's going on with the spending. There were some entities that didn't even say no. They just approved everything blindly. Approved. It was like a bot was just like, yeah, every time it comes in, yeah, just go for it. And yeah, I ain't going to dive no deeper. This isn't my thing. I don't get too hard on the politics, but damn, this I think is a good thing in the long term. If you guys didn't know, MicroStrategies has changed their company name to Strategy, and look at the new logo, ladies and gentlemen. It has a Bitcoin B in it. This is wild. So they are no longer MicroStrategies. I kind of wanted to make a funny though, because Strategy A did not work out for you, MicroStrategy. Strategy B did. Strategy Bitcoin worked out for you. That's a hell of a name change. I don't know if that is the underlying reason for it, but in my mind, that is what I think. So there you go, Strategy B. They made some money with that one. All right, let's go over to our next part, and that is going to be our FUD. We're going to bring up Mr. Elmer Fudd. We're going to sound the siren. Let's get it going. And there you go. I forgot to get the sound effect up in time. Sorry about that. But it's probably good. It didn't make you jump. You didn't go like, what is that siren going off? People will probably get blindsided by that quite a bit. All right. White House confirms USAID funded Politico with over $8 million in U.S. taxpayer dollars. The Doge team is working on canceling those payments now. So this is exactly what I was talking about. And they are uncovering this left and right with some of the fraud, waste, and abuse that has been going on in the government. I know that, it's funny because there are certain people on a certain side right now that are up in arms. They're like, oh my God, they're tearing into everything. They're not allowed to do this. It's illegal, yada, yada, yada. No, this is what we need. This is what we need. And, not that I'm super like on one side or the other when it comes to politics, but I have been crying for like, we need to really look at where all this money is going, because that in itself, besides us being in debt, as a nation, that's a whole nother story. But that in the long term would save us money, right? And one thing that Elon is good at, and that is really like just cleaning the table, like coming in and getting a company going in the right direction, especially financially. Like if you look at Twitter, right? He came in, what did he do? He brought in the kitchen sink or something along those lines. He's basically like, yeah, I'm going to clean everything out. All right. And he did. And, now he's turned Twitter around, I'd say, and made it profitable. I think he could actually, I won't say he could sell it at a profit because he did buy it. Like he bought it overvalued, to be honest, but here nor there, Elon's very good at this. And I think there's a reason that he's been put in the position that he has been put in. And, we'll see. We'll see what the end result is. But I think ultimately it will save taxpayer money. And that for me, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. All right, let's go over to the chat here. I see Army Piper. He said, good evening, D-Gens. What is up, my dude? How are you? Man, I'm getting excited. Pipe, you know what's going down in a month? So, I told you guys, me and Piper haven't met in real life. Me and Piper are about to go on a cruise, bro. We're going to go on a cruise in March. It's going to go down. We're going to see my man OC. Not only we're going to go see OC, guess what I had to do? I had to claim OC today. Yeah, that's part of my job. I won't get too deep in that, but I know Piper knows what I'm talking about. So let's see what's going on in the chat. All set. What's up to you, French Toaster? Hola, my friend. How are you? Good to see you, brother. All right, let's see. 10 more likes, please. Yeah, let's do it. Get that like. I'll even sign in with my other account and like it. There you go. All right, it looks like we got 26 people watching right now. I wonder what's going on over at Facebook. I'd had to actually reduce the quality today, because if you guys don't know, I am in a hotel. All right, so I'm doing this from a hotel. I actually had to reduce the quality to get out 3 streams because it was crazy how much bandwidth. It really wasn't a lot, but it took 3 streams equals 3 times the bandwidth. So I had to reduce it just to get those streams out. But seems to be working okay. Seems to be working okay. You guys aren't complaining too much. That is good. It's far cry from the old days, man, when old TradeFly started running some of these shows. I was having all kinds of issues. It was like every day, and you guys stuck with it. You stuck with it. I appreciate you. Some of you left though. So, I don't see some people anymore. All right, let's go over to button. Sorry about that. Here we go. Trading economics. We had the services PMI came out. All right, that was a 52.8. That is under the consensus and forecast. That is the 3rd month of contraction for services PMI. If you don't know, that is a major player in our economy. Services is something that we really, I'm not going to say specialized, but we've kind of trended towards. Once we've moved away from manufacturing, you see a lot of that kind of move over, the workforce kind of move into services. So it is a big part of our economy, just so you know. Again, that was actually under consensus and forecast. I did not look at the overall market to see its impact on the overall market, but my guess would be that there was probably a small pullback in the market today, and that's just me taking a guess at it. But here we go. Let's get over to the crypto bubbles. We are red, pretty red out there, man. To be honest with you, Hex, not. I don't even know why you're up 17%, but it is what it is. It's up 17%. If you guys like Hex, good for it. I don't know that I believe in that guy though. Something about him seems a little shady. He scares me. All right, Trump, that is up 6%. XMR is up 4%. Litecoin up 2.9%. ETH is up 1.5%. There you go. There you go. See, you know, I talk a little smack about ETH and it's up. It said, yeah, hold my beer. I'm going to go up while everybody goes down. Let's see. Who is getting hit right now? Virtual is down 10.5%. Sui's down 9%. Pingu is down 15.5%. ENA's down 10.3%. Ray 11. TIA 7.4. So those are some of your big movers in the negative side. Cass again down 5.5%. Cass is getting crushed. Cass is getting absolutely crushed, man. It is not looking great for Cass. Can't say Retro Mike wasn't ahead of it though. So maybe that'll be the altcoin we look at today, since I do hold a little bit of Cass. That's sad for the bags. Sad for the bags. But it is what it is. All right, you win some, you lose some. Even if you think they're a good project, it just happens. It's part of the game here, because we are investing in essentially little companies, right? Some of them. All right, so let's look at the liquidation heat map right now. It is on the 3-day, and you can see the trend is still kind of continuing its way down and right. We talked about that, and we did say, hey, there was liquidity up to the top side. Look, it's kind of cooled down. That's kind of interesting to see that the liquidity to the top side has cooled down as the price action has continued to work its way down. You can actually see more liquidity starting to build up to the downside. And to be honest, I don't like liquidity building up to the downside when the trend is down. Well, that just gives them incentives to push the price action down. So there you go. I would say in terms of liquidity, let's go ahead and look at the charts right now, because if you're looking at liquidity being at about 96K, which price was not far off of that. Yeah, it was 96.1. Maybe some of that liquidity is coming in as we have now gotten a little bit of a bounce, about $1,000 or so off of that low. We've gotten a bounce here, so maybe liquidity is starting to drive in. But you do see a trend line that's going kind of down and right here. I don't know if you guys can really see it. It's a little gray trend line that's coming down, but we've been following this for quite some time. And then you have this horizontal, right? These have held up. And this is the area. This is one of the areas I was talking to you guys about to keep an eye on. Is right here at about 95.8 to about 96K. I think that's a pretty important level. I think it's pretty key to what we're going to see here in the future for Bitcoin. Now, things I don't like. So if we're going back a couple days, not even just a couple days, if we're going back to end of January, you can see lower highs, lower lows. It's not great, all right, in terms of your short-term price action. That trend, again, there's always trends within trends. That is really showing you a downtrend right now since the end of January. That being said, as you scroll out and you kind of look at it, it is consolidating. It is consolidating, and it's consolidating within a range. I actually much prefer seeing moves like this, where there's kind of like quick drop right here, than these kind of like trickling down moves. I don't really like seeing that, okay? So it's just kind of gradually losing strength. It's not something that, hey, something came out in the news, we got a little sharp move down real quick, your traditional markets fell today, you get a sharp move down, you know, something that kind of drives some of these prices down quite quickly. You'll see that, especially, you know, we just had the one drop right here. how this dropped very, very sharply, very quickly recovered though. But once we got that bounce, we have now kind of fallen right back into the trend. All right, so that's not ideal. Today, looking at the point of control, we obviously talked about that, said that was pretty key to this whole situation. This is the point of control of the entire range that we've been consolidating in, and we've been consolidating here since November. All right, mid-November is when we've started this. We've been here before, folks. Remember, the last range that we established in was about 6 months. 6 months of consolidation for Bitcoin before it ultimately moved up. So this is an opportunity for people to get lulled to sleep and really for us to figure out like where the support is. All right, the market kind of figures out where it is. You kind of get that jostle, bulls, bears, yada yada yada. But really, it's like, okay, where's that line in the sand that you can find the support? I'm telling you, what I think is going to end up happening is, they're probably at some point, if the price continues to work its way down, liquidity built up down here underneath of these wicks and this trend line, as well as the value area low. You get that wick down, clears out the liquidity, reestablishes the range, and then we have the opportunity to kind of keep going up and right. So, I mean, really, the opportunity was really here. Look at the strength that we had on this move right here, where it literally went from 91.5 to about 109 very, very quickly. That was a very strong move to the upside, but we did get rejected. And now we're just kind of, I think this is an opportunity, I think, for swing traders. All right, as prices kind of worked its way down again, I think we're gonna find probably a little bit of price action where we're at right now. I don't know if it's gonna come down any more than it has, and when I say that, I'm just saying very near term. But I would look for it to come down here, clear out the liquidity that we just saw in the heat map, get a bounce at about 95.8, 95.6 ish, and look a little something like this. All right, so we talked about this yesterday, right? We talked about this exact scenario almost, is you have these areas of support and resistance. All right, so this point of control right now is acting as resistance. All right, supported sometimes right here, resistance now. But the thing that you look for, and I talked about this, was look for this wick. All right, see these long wicks that come above the point of control, clear out the liquidity that's up there, and then reestablishes back in the range. Bearish candle, entry. So that on that close could have been an entry. Now, full transparency, I was not available at 8 o'clock. I go to places where I can't take my phone. So I was not able to trade, right? This isn't something that you can do, set an order and forget it, unless you just played the point of control. If you were like, hey, I'm going to play the point of control, I'm going to take a short off of that. Yeah, you could have done that. But for me, like this kind of trading where I'm doing a scalper and intraday, then I would have liked to see the next candle. Okay. So how would you have played that? Let's talk through that part of it. So let's say that I was trying to make a play on that, take a short position. Cool. You go right above the wick. All right. If that's something that you felt confident in, and then a nice area of support, you could have came down there, or you could have looked at this wick right here and say, hey, you know what? Maybe we'll come down to this wick at least. And, that's a way you could have tried to play that too. And, that area looks kind of enticing, to be honest with you, because look at this. You got a wick here. You had a little bit of resistance, but so kind of splitting the difference. But, that's kind of how you could have looked at it, right? In this, or you could have just stuck with a 3-to-1. In this case, you could have just done a flat 3-to-1 and walked away a winner on that one right there. But, it's very important, even though, yeah, I have the benefit of hindsight. I got it. But these are the things that you need to look at and learn when there's opportunities, so that when that opportunity comes again, you can jump on it. Like, let's say you are by your phones at the right time. That happens to be the way it works out sometimes, is that you are just by your computer or by the phone at just the right time, and you can make a decision based on what you're seeing on the charts, because we can't live on the charts all the time, especially if you're trading actively. If you're scalping or intraday, it is sometimes a matter of minutes, sometimes a matter of less than a minute. And so it's really important that you get into those positions quickly at times, depending on how you're trading. Now, if you're just on a swing trade, there could have been an opportunity there. Again, you could have just played the point of control. I'm not saying, I would have done that blindly. I didn't like the RSI, the way it's trending down. Well, it's not that I didn't like it. I wouldn't do it, to be honest with you. But the RSI was trending down, or not trending down. It was it's going a little bit horizontal. All right, so it's going a little bit horizontal. I would have liked to see more of a trend down. And then right here, looking at the quantum reactor too, you can see indecision in that. All right, so that's gone horizontal. The dynamic reactor though was saying, yeah, full send, bro. Like, we're good. You can see that was trending down and right. Let me see though, because I think, again, I don't know why it keeps defaulting. It looks like to an hour. It did this yesterday as well. This is very interesting that it just keeps doing it over and over again. Let me close out the app on my phone because I think that might have something to do with it. I take it off on the computer, I look at my phone, and then it goes back to the way it wants. It defaults. All right, so let's go to, here we go. And yeah, it is. It defaulted back to an hour. Let's go chart. Let's see. Because it should look a little more laggy than that when it's matching the chart vice the hourly. So again, so what I was looking at with that, so that, there you go. It's kind of going horizontal as well, but it is still trending down. All right, so you can see it switched to purple. And I changed my colors yesterday too. Damn you, phone. Stupid phone. All right, I made all my colors a little more pretty. I'm not going to do that live right now, but all right, let's talk. Let's talk price areas here for Bitcoin. I think you're at a pretty key area. All right, you have confluence. You got a trend line as well as your horizontal right here. You got a nice area of support. You go back left on the chart and just look at it. Look at how the price action has respected that area multiple times. I think that's good. I think that's a good sign. What I don't like is the prime oscillator working its way down and right. But when you find that first bounce sometimes, really it's not even, this is actually more of a retest. All right, so that's not ideal. All right, not ideal. But here nor there, it still has an opportunity to hold up. We'll see how this candle closes. I think that's going to tell us a lot tonight, to be honest with you. If we get a strong candle here off of that area, you know, you could have some hope that we push back up to the point of control, maybe retest that, because really it's not a big range. Between 98.6 to 95.8, we've done crazier things in less than minutes, right? So, you know, it's an opportunity. We'll see. We're going to retest the point of control. If we break the point of control, then I'll be feeling a lot better about this scenario, but you're kind of in the middle. You're in the middle right now because you see you're getting a little bit of a bounce. Like I said, it's about $1,000 move. Nothing too crazy, but you know, you're in the middle, right? So I can't say go long, go short. Like it's just not something that I would mess with right now. Now, that being said, similar thing we just talked about. If you see something like this, let's make it a little bigger. If you see something like this, same kind of setup. You can go to a little smaller time frame, obviously, if you're going to try to scalp or intraday this. But if you get a wick down, because we know liquidity's here, we know that we can see it on liquidation heat map. All right, so liquidity's here, cool. That is the worst L of all time. I got an L on drawing an L. All right, cool. So you get a wick down, and then comes back into the range. Do a little wick, something like that, and then bullish candle makes us feel a little bit better. All right, makes us feel a little bit better. Why did it go like an angle like that? That's just crazy. It won't go straight. It will not go straight if I paid it. There it is. All right, cool. So again, you see something like this, you see a wick, reestablish a range, bullish candle, sweet. You know, that could be an opportunity, and that would make us feel a lot better about this pushing up and right. And even if we see this, honestly, how much? We still got 2.5 hours. All right, if this candle closes and it engulfs this one, I would say, you know, there's a good. It's not a good. It's gonna go up to the point of control again. And I think if you get a bullish candle right here, it's going up to the point of control. I don't even think that's much of a conversation. That's not much of a move, and that's kind of what I'd be looking for there. All right, so. What do I really have to see though, like to feel more confident about getting some of that upside movement? Well, unfortunately, you guys know the dynamic reactor somehow, some way is a magical moving average that it just seems to act as support and resistance. You can see it right here. You can see even look how it was just hanging on to it before it dumped. And then again, support. I mean, it did get under it for a second, but look at this, man, support. And then it's just riding up and then support. So like you can see that somehow, some way, it really does work. What I don't like right now is that it's over top of us right now. And so, again, you want to establish over the point of control, but then you're going to get the squeeze. So it's like squeeze, and then you got another area that's going to give you a squeeze because you're kind of stuck in between these, the reactors as well as the point of control, and then quickly you're right into 102, right? So it's like you have all of this resistance over top of you. I would prefer to get up here. All right, this gives me a little bit more clarity where you get all of the averages underneath you, get the point of control underneath of you, and then you get on top of the value area high. All right, so the value area high is at 102, 103, we'll call it. So 102.9, 103. And so that's when I'd feel a lot more comfortable with taking a position. And you guys know what I'm going to say here once we get it over top of all that. Two times you could look for this, right? You could look for, so we already talked about the candle here. You can look for the OC retest on top of the point of control, all right? You guys know it by this time, but if you don't, if you're new, you're looking for something like that on the point of control. I mean, you really can do that as it goes up. All right, with each level you're looking at, you get these significant levels. You can see it where it plays out time and time again, where you get that OC retest with a move. So, those are the kind of things that I'm going to be looking at. I really want to see the prime oscillator start to work its way kind of up and right again, and start trending in a different direction. Right now it's down, and because it's down, it's really hard to say, hey, take a shot here. I would like to see that at least start working its way up so that it looks, a little bit more like that. Vice what we see right now, which is clearly kind of working its way down. So you don't have a lot of strength, coming off of some of these moves right now, and that gives me a little bit of a pause with taking a long position. That being said, I am in a long position. I'm in 2, and you guys know that. Still holding on to ADA as well as AVAX. Very, very interesting today. When I was talking about yesterday, and I was like, hey, I think, it has to close the gap. And you started seeing that this morning. Bitcoin continued to consolidate right at about 98,000. What happened? Cardano was up about 2.5% as Bitcoin was essentially even. AVAX was up, a couple of percent. But you saw the gap starting to close as it consolidated. And then, of course, Bitcoin retraced and the altcoins moved harder. But that being said, I'm still looking good on the trades. Like, it's not bad. Let's go ahead and look at it. Are you serious? Did Farcoin get liquidated? Did that happen? No. It did. It's gone. Well, there you go. That's gone. Where's my oh my god, there it is. I guess you guys need a screen. How about that? All right, so here we are. We're at Farcoin. Yeah, that's gone. Poof. But anyways, the trades I am in, you can see they're looking pretty good, right? They're both up about 650, so we'll say 650-ish, right? So all in all, P&L right now sitting about 1,300. So, I'm comfortable, one, because I like my entry. But if we start falling below kind of the support level we're working with right now, that might be that time where I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna probably take my profit, because there could be an opportunity for continued downside. So we're holding out here. I really want to hold out, to be perfectly honest with you, for the bottom of this range. I really want to hold out for that. Or not, sorry, correction, right here. Okay, so at about 92.5, 92.6-ish. If we continue to work our way down, then that's when I'll get a little bit nervous. If we get underneath of that, then may have to just cut the losses, because the opportunity, if we close underneath of the channel and we close under the value area low, especially on the weekly time frame, then I think it's a different story all in all for what's going on with price action. And then you just look to re-enter. All right, so the fun thing about, I won't say the fun thing, the interesting thing about this is that when price comes down sometimes, right, and you're like, oh, you know what, we've lost a critical area of support, it's likely going to come down to another area of support. If you do the math on it, a lot of times you can reaccumulate more of that asset at those lower numbers or the lower levels than you had initially if you cut your losses. All right, so again, this is all user preference, and it depends on how you guys play the game. But there's been many times where I'm like, you know what, I can see the very obvious trend that's happening. I'm going to go ahead and walk away from this one in hopes that it continues to work its way down. Maybe it comes down to a very nice sweet level like the 382 when things are bullish, or when it comes down to the golden pocket, and then you have the opportunity to jump back in to that crypto that you're in and you have more of it. And I've done that multiple times. All right, Geez, a whole year. I feel old. Gang, gang, gang. What's up, Alex O, man? Good to see you, brother. Alex O, me too. Member for 12 months. Thank you guys so much. We definitely appreciate you. Both of you are family. Y'all know that. I ain't even gotta say it no more. We're just fan bam. We're fan bam. But me and Alex O, man, we're gonna run some golf, man, when we go out to the Bitcoin conference. So we got to figure it out. Alex, catch up with me, bro. We're gonna catch up and figure out how we're gonna get an audience member with us, man. So like I said, I'm down. I'm down to split the green fee. I think it'll be a fun time, and it'll be an opportunity for people to mix it up with us, and it will probably make for some good content. Me and Alex O on the golf course, uh, just slugging away, man. So it'll be good. It'll be good. And Piper, you can be the DD if you want. All right, scrolling through here. Let's see who else is in the chat. Randy, what's up? What's up, man? How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you in the chat. And let's see, who else? Who else? I think that is about it. Oh, here we go. Long time no see. When you coming up to Pensacola? Wix, are you guys in Pensacola? Y'all know that I was in Pensacola for a minute. That's where I did my flight training at, was down in Pensacola. So I am familiar. I was down there at Pensacola, then I was up at Whiting, up in Milton. Spent some time up there, man. I don't mind that area, to be honest with you. Like, I think the beach is actually really nice. The water's clear, but there's sharks out there, man. If y'all don't know, man, there's sharks in Florida, and there's actually a lot of them, like a scary amount of them. So you don't know it because you're sitting on the beach. Try flying down the coast and seeing like the beds, like in like schools of sharks. I was like, I don't know if I want to go in that water anymore, to be honest with you. Sorry if sorry if I scared you out of the water. But yeah, man, Pensacola is wild, with sharks at least. Cool. Let's go over. Let's see. Let me see. Looking at the chat here. What do you guys got going on? What do you got going on? What did I say I was gonna look at? What did I say I was gonna look at? I know there was something. It was Caspa. That's what it was. I'm gonna look at Caspa, but let's look at the chat. Try to catch up with you guys. If you want a coin to go down 66% on the monthly, just let me know. I'll rip virtuals. Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It happens though. It really does happen. It's crazy. I mean, a lot of them. If you're looking at a lot of these altcoins over and over again, and you guys have heard me say it. I'm like, just hang out, man. And I'm not saying like staying crazy trades, but like, wait for it to come down to some of these key levels, man. When it comes down to the 618 or something along those lines on the macro, like then there could be an opportunity for you to maybe get into that. But the other thing is too, like a lot of these coins they get like a little push behind them, a nice little community push, and people just take profits. And that's part of the issue with a lot of these tokens, because we'll say the vast majority of them, I won't say virtuals, but the vast majority of them are, they're lower to mid cap. And it's really easy to affect the market. It takes one whale to pull out of a project to really have a big influence on the price action. And, but again, just looking at it right now, like there's a trend down, Bitcoin dominance is up, and there are a lot of, I won't say all of them, but I see quite a few of them coming down to the 618. That's just it's a big trend, and I think we saw that yesterday as well, as we're kind of looking through a couple of them. But let's see here. Let's see what else we got. Randy, you going out to Bitcoin conference in Vegas? Let me know, man. Let me know. Brackish Adventures. I'm from Milton. Oh, bro. There ain't a lot out there, bro. There ain't a lot out there. You got a Walmart and there was one I did like. There was I think it was like a Japanese steakhouse or something that was out there. We used to hit that up on the reg, man. On the reg. That was one of our spots. But it's not a bad area. It's quiet. It's quiet. It's keep you out of trouble. We did some river floats out there too. Matter of fact, they had an area for an area that military could rent, like boats and stuff like that. So we'd go there, do some wakeboarding and stuff out on the river. It was a good time, man. I'll be honest with you. Like there's definitely parts of it that I miss. I like being outside and doing things outside, and that there's for me there's things to do that I enjoyed. So it's a good way to get the kids out there. All right, They said, "What up, neighbor?" So okay, the wicks have to be from Pensacola. Let me see if I can find it. Yes, we're in Pensacola. There it is, man. There it is. Living in Pace now. Gosh, it's such a throwback. So hey, matter of fact, my boy, my baby boy, was actually born in Pensacola. Yep, there you go. He was born while I was in flight school. So right on. Goats in the chat. You know it. We got Dave Digital in here. What's up, brother? How you doing? Let's see. All right, let's go over to the next one. I said I was going to look at Caspa. I'm going to go ahead and pull that up right now. Go through the list. You guys are awesome, man. Thank you for being here. I appreciate all of you. Seriously. Let's go. Let's go. Caspa. It's going to be ugly. Retro Mike Tex, he'd be over there just laughing. Oh yeah, I switched all my stuff around. Did I? Where is it? There it is. All right, here we go. Let's look at. Oh gosh, it's not good. I remember the times that we were looking at it stair stepping up, and I was like, "Oh, this looks so good. It was so pretty." What is this on Blowfin? So you may not have the whole history. Let me see if I can show you what I was talking about. Nah. So oh yeah, it is. It's there. This was beautiful. It was just going up, coming down, going up, coming down, going up, coming down. I mean, it's very drastic, but at the same time, like it was a nice clean climb up, and it was just working its way up, working its way up, and it was hitting nice levels. It was very clean. I remember having it up every time. It was coming down to like platinum pocket, going up, came down to like golden pocket, went up, came down to the 0.5, went up. So it was like stair stepping its way up. It was really, really cool to see. And to be honest, looking at it, initially I was bullish. I'm not gonna lie to you. And this ain't pretty though. This is not pretty. This isn't the full history of it because it's on Blowfin. I tried to move a lot of my tickers over to what I'm trading on right now. So obviously you guys know you're using Blowfin. But I mean you got a wick below this, and this was in what, January? So 9 cents. Its baseline was right around here. All right, so this was the area that you're kind of keeping an eye on, right around 10, 11 cents. That was I think the really key area of support. And I actually made a play off of that at 11 cents. So I've been out of it, but still, like, I really didn't see this for Caspa. I'm gonna be real with you. So I think there's more going on with Caspa. Just looking at it right now, like I'd stay clear of it. I mean, like if you're layering in and you're trying to DCA in, cool, got it. You got a hodl thing going on. I'm not messing with this, to be perfectly honest with you, until we reestablish this range. So that's what I would wait for on Caspa. So 10 to 11 cents, you want to get over top of that again. You can look for the retest if you want. That's cool. But I'm not saying, like, this is not, when I say that, I'm not talking about scalping. I'm not talking about intraday. I'm talking about if, like, you're trying to hodl or hold this long term, then you get over 10 or 11 cents, and that's where you feel a little more comfortable about getting into it. And I'm not talking about a wick. I'm talking about establishing price action structure over 10 to 11 cents. And that's when I feel a little bit more comfortable about getting into it. So going out, let's look at it on the daily here. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look great. I mean, reactors, they're all telling you the trend is down and right. Duh, we can see it. But from here at this point, I mean, this lower low or lower high, lower lows, it's just not. The structure looks the opposite. It looks the exact opposite of what we liked seeing when we were watching it over here. We've been doing the show now for what, 6 months? So we've watched this whole thing transpire. Yeah, not all of it, but a good portion of it, probably from right about 11 cents or so. All right, so right around there, I remember talking about it quite a bit at about 13. And yeah, here's the actual stair step I was talking about. So that's it right there. Yeah, so again, that's kind of what I'm looking at on Caspa. I'm not going to do anything on a shorter time frame. I would just wait if you guys are trying to, get into Caspa again. I'd be very, very careful. And again, I think something's up with Caspa, and this is only just me speculating. Okay, and the reason I'm speculating that I think something's up with Caspa is because they have not been listed on Coinbase. All right, so not only like have they been trying to get listed on Coinbase, like the CEO of Coinbase responded to Caspa directly in a message on Twitter. Go ahead, look it up, or X, whatever you're calling it these days. Go look that up. All right, they did respond and said we will take it like under consideration, and we've yet to see Caspa get listed. I don't even, I don't know. I have to check. Let me see. You know what? Let's look at some of the other exchanges. So it's on Mexi. It is on Binance. So that's a, I mean, that is technically the biggest, but it still hasn't been listed on Coinbase. Why? That throws me for a loop. That gives me a little skepticism for me, if you understand. If that makes sense. Let me look in the chat. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Let's see if you know something that I don't know. So I can see it here. My mic is crackling. Casper is delisted off 4x margin. Yeah, the mic is not sounding good. Got it. Well, Piper, I don't know if there's much I can do about that. I sound like a robot. Really bad. Okay. I'm gonna restart the audio software. Give me 1 second. Test. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Let me know if that fixed it. And then back to voice isolation. Let's see if that works. Let me know in the chat. Is it still better? Better. There you go. There it is. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. I don't know what happened there. You know, Trons, they got their own thing sometimes. Thanks for letting me know in the chat. Cool. Let's go over to another token. What we got? Yeah, we got some time left. Let me see here. Scroll down a little bit here. Let's see what we got. You know what? Ondo. We haven't looked at Ondo in a minute on the show, and I see Ondo getting a lot of love here recently. I think a lot of people are jumping in thinking that there's some major players getting in Ondo. So let's look at Ondo. So you guys know I like doing these kind of macro fib retracements. Oh gosh, I can hear myself echoing now. This is the absolute best. Let me turn that off real quick. All right, cool. Let me know if I start cracking again. Hopefully I don't. So I like these macro fib retracements, and you can see right here, again, this is kind of what I was talking about, the golden pocket, right? The 618, you see it over and over. Even on Ondo, which is something it's backed by BlackRock, and a lot of people are jumping into it, it still came down to the 618, right? You got a nice way. The wick actually went down to the platinum pocket, which is wild. But that was a crazy day. You know, that was a day we haven't seen in a long time. But it has quickly recovered, and this looks better, I'd say, than some of the other cryptos right now. I would say in terms of its recovery and kind of reestablishing the range, getting over top of the dynamic reactor as well as the quantum reactor, right? We've not only come down, we wicked off of that area, we saw massive buying pressure come in, right? Massive wick, right? So that's good, but now we're reestablishing ourselves over top of these key levels. And so for me, that shows me strength. All right, so Ondo, I'm going to say here, I like the way Ondo looks. Even with the prime oscillator down and right, that doesn't mean a whole lot to me right now. I mean, because if you're looking at just purely price action, 46%, all right, from the wick. And then let's just say, let's cross this out, right? Let's say this just doesn't count because the day was nonsense. That's cool. All right, but even so, we still, even if I was not looking at that and I was just looking at the 618, I still love the candle that developed off of the 618 minus that wick, right? So I still like what I'm seeing because you had a bullish engulfing right off of that area. That to me signals strength. Now, did it retrace a little bit? Yeah, but the whole market retraced. So of course it's going to pull back a little bit. That makes a lot of sense. But in terms of looking at this I like the way that it recovered from the pullback. And then if you're looking at this too, it looked like, I'd say from about mid-January, it was really trying to establish a trend that was going in a positive direction. Now, from December, if you're looking at that, you can say, hey, it's still a series of lower highs, lower lows, but like this is a nice clean climb up from mid-January till we had the dump, the old dumpsy do that Alexandra G likes. Look at this clean climb. Like, I mean, it's just trending up and right, and there was no doubt about it. Looks very good. And again, you have a lot of the key stuff underneath of you. That's something that I like to see here for Ondo. I will say that overall, I'm still good on Ondo. Like I'm not zoom out a little bit more, and then you could say, you know what, it ain't nothing but a higher low. You could say that when you look at it from a macro perspective. So it's really important always to not only look at things in the smaller time frames, but make sure you zoom out too. I would say take things from a top-down perspective when you're starting to do some of your analysis, and there's start on the weekly if you want, and then kind of work your way down and see what the trend is on those higher time frames as you're working your way down. And then once you get into, let's say if you're doing scalping or intraday, then that's when you get on those smaller time frames to find your entries, right? But I wouldn't necessarily use them to find your trends, okay? And we kind of talked about it, more so recently, is you don't really want to fight the market either. All right, if the market is trending down, be very, very careful with fighting the market, especially if you're a swing trader. Like for me, like that's really important, not to fight the market. But if you're getting into scalping and intraday, a little bit different, right? Because you can catch bounces, you can catch key levels. But I would highly suggest, definitely doing some top-down analysis when you get into, your lower time frame trading. So looking at this, you can see the quantum reactor and the dynamic reactor on the daily are still bullish. Let's look at the 8-hour. So indecisive. You can see it bouncing back and forth right here between different colors. See grays and reds. Indecisive. Looking at dynamic reactor. Indecisive. Switching back and forth between purple and green right now. You can see it going horizontal essentially. Right. So it's telling you a different story than some of the other cryptos like CAS. So we're looking at the 8-hour right now. Let's do this. Looking at Ondo. Kind of horizontal. Price action is pretty horizontal. Dynamic reactor is pretty horizontal. All right. So what I want to do is simply look at beginning of January. Okay, so beginning of the year, looking at that. Now let's look at something else, not Matic. Gosh, that hurts my soul. I used to love Matic. I loved some of the deals they had in place, but they just haven't performed, and so I had to get away from it. It's unfortunate. All right, and now let's look at Cardano. And we go back to the beginning of the year. So look at this. Look at how it's telling you a little bit of a different story. It's important sometimes to just do a comparison against some of the other cryptos, right? Beginning of the year is right here. It hasn't reestablished the range. Ondo has. So that's one of the things that you look at. Let's see if the trend is still even bullish on the daily. So look, it's actually starting to show some signs of weakness on the daily, where Ondo is still showing you that it's bullish. There's still a bullish trend. 8-hour, a little more indecisive, but what you're seeing the difference here is where you had a range, all right? You can see the range here a little bit. It fell out of the range. It's on the bottom side of the range. So I would say for Cardano, I'm in the trade because I got in at a nice low. It was, I would say, an educated gamble, right? It was an educated gamble on my entry for Cardano, but I liked where the price was at. But if I get over 82 cents, I'm going to feel so much better. I'm going to feel so much better about where Cardano is headed, and I will most certainly stay in the trade. All right, so that's a really key thing that I'm looking at here. But what I'm getting at here is the comparison between this and Ondo, and seeing how this is on the bottom side of an established range while Ondo is back into the range, which is showing you a little bit of strength, which shows you that could be an opportunity if you're looking to sling some money around. Do your own thing, do your own research, but I like what I'm seeing there in comparison to something else. AVAX, not even really gonna look at that. We got a few minutes left here. Let's look at coin. I know you guys aren't big on some of the traditional stuff, but coin is something I really was following quite a bit on the morning show. And this the structure on this looks good. This looks good. You know, if you just zoom out, that looks good. Man, even on the pullback, so Coinbase really, there's a big effect on the crypto market has on Coinbase as it goes ups and downs, right? The peaks and valleys, we'll say. Man, I'll tell you what, I had a good thing on Coinbase for sure. Look at this though. So we're on the 8 hour. And look, man, it came down to the 0.5. So you know me when I put these little green lines, man, there's the areas that I'm interested in. Sure enough, God, I was sleeping. I was sleeping on coin. I haven't even looked at it. It's just hard to keep up with. There's so many things out there to invest in. Look at this though. Right down to the dynamic reactor, right down to the 0.5. Wicks down, clears liquidity, reestablishes, bullish candle, off to the races. Love it. Boom, boom. Looks good, man. So coin's looking good. I say structure looks nice on a coin right now. Pretty strong. That's solid. That's solid. You can see this was one of my calls. This was actually a fib retracement as well. We took a fib from here to here, and I think it came down to the 618. And we were looking for this, and we got some movement up on the prime oscillator. I think it was on the daily. It was looking pretty nice. But yeah, Coinbase looking good. Let's see here. What are you guys doing? You guys are getting unhinged again in the chat. Leave it to the crypto nightcap, man. You guys are wild. All right, let me see. Let me catch up on what you guys are doing, because you guys are always wilding out. All I see is boats, and I can't even imagine. That's it. He failed you all. There's sometimes he can go the entire 30 minutes in the zone. It's really educational when he dives in. There's just no coming up for air. Only if TradeFly cared about us. Look, man, I am on a travel setup. Give me a break. All right. So my screen is like completely taken up. I have to glance over to the chat. All right. Sorry. I'm sorry. Dumpsy doo-doo. You know it. All right. What else? If you notice the cruise message in the next 2 minutes, I will pay for a members room. Oh, well, it looks like you're paying for something. Has he missed all the talk about the cruise? Yes, I have. I'm backwards scrolling right now, so here we go. How can you fix my notifications and my super chat button is gone? Did you change your account to like not an affiliate? I forgot what it's called. But if you make your account like a kind of like a business account, in essence, like if you're doing any content creation, that actually can do that. Piper Academy Cruise 2026, is that it? Let's take an RFK when oh, speaking of RFK, I just talked to him. I actually got his number, so we've been talking, chatting. He's gonna come on next Thursday. Richard Berry, he'll be on here. All right, better. All right, so that was it. Piper Academy Cruise 2026. I'm assuming that's what it is. Piper, pay up. Y'all better love me. Somebody's getting a membership. All right, cool. Uh-oh. Piper Academy 2026 Cruise Fund. Let's go. $10. I'm rolling over here laughing. There it is. Never been on a cruise. Man, dude, you got to do it. And Wix Wi-Fi 99, thank you very much. You didn't have to do that. We appreciate you. But we will buy a drink on you. Right on. Dang, she's polite and she tips. Love it. Love it. Let's go. All right. Piper Academy Cruise 2026. Let's do it. I'm in. So, was it Pennywise? I think Pennywise said he hadn't been on a cruise. Dude, you got to do it. You got to do it. I love cruises. It's nice. It's nice. Just don't ring up $500 alcohol bills like I did. That's not the way you want to end a cruise. When you get your bill and you're like, ugh, $550. I shouldn't have got a refill of Long Island in a pitcher. Yeah, I did that. Funny thing is though, they had a wall climbing contest. So I I had split my toe open. We were out at one of the beaches. We were playing volleyball. I split my toe open. Like the skin was off like the toe. I drank a pitcher of Long Island, and then I crushed everyone going up the wall. Like I had the fastest time, hammered. And my buddy was pissed because like he's like super competitive, athletic. He was like, "You got to be," I can't say the word. "You got to be kidding me." It was like, your toe was falling off. You're drunk, and you still beat me up the wall. And I was like, "Let me get a refill of Long Island." So yeah. Anyways, don't be me. Moral of the story: good old days. All right. Well, I think I'm going to wrap it up for the night here. We're coming up on 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, hope you guys have a great night. Thank you for being here in the chat tonight. Thank you for watching the show. We appreciate it as always. I hope you guys have a great night. Love you a long time. Trade safe, be safe, and I'm out of here.
Welcome to the Nightcap, your TA home.
Hold the F up. Hold the F up. It wasn't a membership. It was a cruise room. Somebody's getting a cruise room. Let's go. All right, now I'm out.
Welcome to the Nightcap, your TA home. Everybody knows we trade in them zones. Late night, no sleep, yeah, we keep it real. Crypto moves fast, no time for the feels. TradeFly rocket chart, he about to take flight. Crypto Nightcap, where the dark meets the bright. This path ain't cheap, you can dream while you sleep. Steady building wealth, invest in yourself. Breaking it down, good vibes in sight. The makers in tight, adjusting my sight. It's all or nothing, this is how we attack. Get your head right, it's a crypto nightcap.